In this world of technology, things are ever changing, rearranging. You need someone to help you out. I know someone who can. Come and take a journey with me as we go through the land of technology. You'll never be alone. You'll be with Paul Amadeus Lane in the Tech Zone.
Welcome back to the Tech Zone. Paul Amadeus Lane here on ABC News Radio KMET. Don't forget we're streaming on live stream, YouTube, iHeartRadio, iTunes. You can catch the show, all the formats. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any episode. This is our Comic-Con edition of the Tech Zone. I talked about this in the first segment, so if you just tuned in, or if you tuned in the beginning, I'm acting like a broken record right here. There are some good things and informative things that happen at Comic-Con. There's breakout sessions of copywriting, and this session right here that my friends at Impact 24 put on about what goes on behind the scenes of some of our amazing shows that we watch. Whatever we talk about and whomever that we are interviewing right now on the show has a technology component. Technology is just not video games and smartphones and smartwatches. No, it is a smorgasbord of stuff. When it comes to movies, when it comes to sports, technology is everywhere. Hence, that's why we call it the Tech Zone. Something that me and my great friend Sean, who's at the station, have in common, Sean Nickerson, besides video games, is our love of Amazon's Man in the High Castle. And we know that season 4 is going to be the last, open script and fewer. So I thought it would be pretty cool to talk to someone who's behind the scenes. And if you ever watch that show, the visual effects of it, it's stunning. I mean, just the way everything looks, it looks real. It doesn't look fake. And I had an opportunity to talk to Lawson Deming. He is a visual effects supervisor. He's worked on Man in High Castle and was also nominated for a 2019 Emmy for his work on Man in High Castle. So let's talk to Lawson and find out more information about all the things he does behind the scene and how technology really plays a part. Well, Lawson, first thing I want to say is congratulations on an Emmy nomination.
Thank you very much. We're really excited about that.
When you first got the news, man, what went through your brain?
Mostly relief. Because we were nominated last season for the Emmy for the show, and we're currently working on the final season of the show, and I was just like, we have a lot to live up to. I was certain that our cinematographer and production designer were going to get nominated, and I was like, I don't want to let these guys down, and of course they did. The cinematographer, Gonzalo, got nominated for his work, and Drew, our production designer, got nominated. You know, it's a show with very impressive visuals, and you know, that's a testament to that the three of us were nominated.
The visuals are stunning. I mean, when you look at what's going on in the Reich to what's going on when they teleport to the different timeline. I mean, it's like, and you see it different.
Yeah. It's the coolest thing about the show for me is the fact that it's nominally a science fiction show, but it's also a historical show. It's a history that never existed, but we sort of treat it like a history in terms of our research, and it makes it really fascinating to work on. You know, the debates we have in production meetings about how something should look and what it should be, and the collaboration on the show with everyone is just it's amazing.
You know, I remember the first season I had a chance to interview Issa, and when we were talking about how the show just really shows us what if.
Right.
And kind of now we're almost living in the what if. So when we look at just what the show has been able to accomplish and then the visuals behind it, I mean, I think the visuals just add so much element to the storyline.
Right.
And how does that make you feel being recognized for that?
Yeah. I mean, the show sort of inadvertently became very prescient. You know, it's really hard, you know, doing what we do. It's very difficult to overcome the suspension of disbelief of the audience because the visual effects are oftentimes used to do things that can be accomplished no other way. So we're already sort of, you know, flirting with unbelievable things in an unbelievable world, right? We try really, really hard to keep the show grounded as much as we can and to not go too over the top, especially when we're doing very big, dramatic things. We try to rein it in so it feels real, so it feels like something that you could have actually seen happen. And I think that's what makes it so effective. And so I'm very happy that has been recognized.
Now, are there some ideas that maybe didn't make it to the final cut that you wish had made it to the final cut?
There was an idea. So, you know, we deal with the world of the show is obviously can become very depressing if you live in it for a period of time. And one of the things that our production designer, Drew, who is also Emmy nominated, likes to do to combat that is he creates images. He's like, I want to kill some Nazis. I want these guys to get their comeuppance. So we have a scene at the end of season 3 where they experiment with this portal and they try and send people into it. And it's a semi-disaster. It's actually kind of very gory what happens, with these test subjects that they send, and one of them makes it through. The others are just killed horribly. He originally wanted, I don't know if it was his idea or not, but he originally wanted it to be like Nazi stormtroopers that were trying to go through the portal that all got exploded, because he's just like, I just want to kill some Nazis. I'm tired of all these swastikas and stuff. It's so depressing. And so that was an idea that we had and experimented with at some point with this idea of this portal just blowing up all these Nazis. And it would have been very cathartic, but we didn't get the opportunity to do it. But maybe in season 4, we'll get the opportunity to have some catharsis.
Because you know it's going to go over the top for season 4, right?
It's going to be really cool. We're literally, as we speak, and I feel kind of bad about this, my team is finishing up season 4 right now while I'm here having fun with you guys.
Well, you know, I know about embargoes, so if you ever want to drop me the season 4 so that I can give you my take on it, just hit me up, brother. Hit me up.
That's not something that I have any say in, but I'm sure I can put a good word in for you.
I appreciate that. And before I let you go, one thing I like about the show is that you feel that you are back in that time with the visual. Mm-hmm. It kind of gives you that realness. And talk about how the visual and the audio and the music all have to come together for that unique and amazing experience.
Yeah, so with a show like The Man in the High Castle, it's necessary for the show to really sink in. It's necessary for every part of it to feel believable. You know, there's this tendency when we're dealing with such sort of big ideas, big, villainous characters and a villainous ideology. If you go too big with it, it distances the audience from it because they're like, well, that could never happen, right? It feels too science fiction or it feels too unbelievable. And so what we try and do with all those visuals is we try and keep them grounded in some form of reality. Because if we lose the audience to that could never happen, then you lose the impact of the show. So everything, the music, the cinematography, the style of it, the style of the production design, the research they do, the research we do for the visual effects, is all in service to creating an impressive world, but a believable world, so that it has the maximum impact.
Well, you guys do a fantastic job, and we're looking forward to see with the Emmy nomination.
Yeah, I'm really excited. We get to go to the Emmys. At the very least, we get to go to a fun party and see a lot of other cool people that are really good at what they do.
And you make sure you give us all a silent shout out, all right?
I will do that, yeah.
Great talking to you, Lawson.
Thanks very much. Thank you. It was great talking with you.
I bet you had no idea that all that went on behind the production of Man in the High Castle with those visual effects, and how those visual effects really give us the full experience of whatever we're watching, and Lawson taking us through the steps and some memorable scenes that, and no doubt we've looked at in the series. Now, if you haven't seen that episode, spoiler alert. I guess I should have said that sooner. But enjoyed talking to Lawson and wishing him that he wins that Emmy and much success. I told him to give me a silent shout out if he wins. Next, let's talk to another composer that I met who does a lot of work behind the scenes. He is currently working on Netflix, The Order. So if you watch that show and you notice the music, the sounds, my next guest composer, Patrick Caird, he is the one that is responsible for all those music and sounds and all the, I guess, the experience that we have when we're watching that show. So let's check out what Patrick had to say about things, putting this together, and how it really comes together.
So Patrick, we always see the finished product when we're watching TV or the movies. Talk about how much work goes behind the scene.
Oh, there's a lot of work. I forgot what the ratio is, but it's quite amazing when you see like a minute of television, how many actual hours there are that go into making that 1 minute. I know that my participation as a composer, I'll get a 45-minute or hour-long episode of TV, and I'll spend anywhere between 100 to 200 hours realizing the score for that, not including the meetings and the phone calls and everything like that.
And Patrick, when you look at how things have changed technology-wise when it comes to music, see, I grew up being a musician myself, reel-to-reel, 8-track tape,
sure,
analog. So when you look at analog to digital, has that helped you out in your business?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we can argue about what sounds better all night long, but I think it's a bit of a double-edged sword. You don't have to wait for the tape to rewind, number one, Used to be you'd hit rewind and like have a smoke or sit back and sip your coffee or whatever you were sipping. And now it's instantaneous. The good thing is that you save time. The bad thing is that people expect it a whole lot faster,
And when you look at the different projects you've worked on and coming up with the ideas of the music composition, what do you look at to make sure you're coming up with the right feel, the right beats, the right just composition when it comes to your projects?
Well, it's a collaboration. I mean, I'll respond. Usually you're in conversation with the showrunner or the producers, the directors, discussing what they feel it is, and you find a common ground, and then I'll do something that I think represents that and bounce it off them, and if they like it, they'll go, yeah, that's the direction we're going to continue in, or sometimes they'll kind of go, this is good, but can we turn it a little bit over here, and can we add a little green over there, and that's when it turns into sort of a interpretive dance. You have to figure out when they say, can you make it more purple, what they mean by purple.
Doesn't that crack you up when ones who are not in the industry tell you, oh, we wanted to sound more this or more that, and you're like...
I love that. And in fact, I really encourage people. I find, a director or a producer will say, I don't know anything about music. And I said, please don't worry about that. Let me worry about the music part. You tell me what you want to feel emotionally, what you feel is missing, what you feel you want to underscore, make louder, make bigger, and let me try to do the interpreting. And I think I learn a lot more by doing that rather than, well, can we have a crescendo here at the bar 73? All right,
I'm going to test your knowledge here. Fender Rhodes or a Yamaha DX7?
Fender Rhodes for 200.
What about a Fender Strat or what's another good guitar the Fender used to make?
Telecaster.
Okay. Which one would you take?
Telecaster, thank you very much.
What about a Juno 60?
Uh-oh.
or the Juno 106?
Oh man, 106.
Best sound on the DX7?
Oh, gosh, I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Electric bass, the one they used for Another Part of Me, Michael Jackson.
Is that a precision bass?
Electric bass?
Yeah, a P bass, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You take that for 200?
Yeah, I'll take it for 200. Let's go up to 400.
Let's do it. Patrick, great talking to you, my friend, and talking music with you.
Love talking to fellow musicians and Patrick. Just his knowledge of music is stunning. I mean, he's truly awesome. I thought what we do right now is to chat with one of the moderators who did this panel. He's a social media giant, content creator, and despite his name, he's really not what his last name is. I'm talking about Chris Villain, content creator. Let's talk with him and ask him about his Comic-Con experience.
Now, Chris, you're really not a villain, are you?
I'm not. It's kind of a little inside joke of, because I like to think I'm a nice guy, unless you cross me. Then we got problems.
There you
but
go.
no, I'm a nice guy.
That's when your inner gangster come out, right?
Exactly. We don't want to see that. Don't make me do that.
Don't make you angry.
Exactly.
We won't like you when you're angry, right? So talk about being here, the Comic-Con experience, man. How's it been?
There's really, I'm sure you hear this a lot, but there's really no other atmosphere like Comic-Con specifically. I feel like a lot of us do kind of the con circuit, and there's different conventions we all attend. There's something very special about this one, and it's a combination of like very high-level energy and like almost anxiety because there's so much going on. But I always tell people I love coming to this thing because I kind of grew up as a nerd, and a lot of people here grew up as nerds, and so this is like kind of the con is the one place we can go, and it's like everybody's nerds here, so we can all feel like we fit in.
That's true. So what's been like your most memorable time here? I know you probably just got here today.
Yeah.
But what has been the most memorable impact of the con?
Oh man, honestly, there's too many to choose from. I'm gonna say anytime I get to do a panel like the one we just got out of, where I get to talk to these like industry professionals and pick their brains on things, you can't trade that. You can't buy that opportunity, you know? So
That's cool. So what would you like to tell people out there who wasn't able to be here at the panel, just about, the things that you guys talked about?
I'll tell them that, I mean, first of all, you guys missed a really amazing panel. But we got to hear a lot about just the behind the scenes of everything, the costume designs, how they put together the music and compositions for everything, and it's all so much more than you think. And because we watch a TV show and we hear the music and we don't even realize what we're hearing, and so we get to really kind of pick their brains on every aspect of it, and it's crazy. It's crazy.
So Chris, if you could be any superhero out there, what would you be?
Oh man, I'm gonna say Spider-Man because I really like Spider-Man. That's gonna be my answer. I was gonna say something else. I'm gonna stick with Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, okay.
Yeah.
Why Spider-Man?
I feel like me and Spider-Man personality-wise are very similar. I'm a bit of a nerd, but also like when things are going down, I'll show up. I'll be there. I'll do my job, and yeah, I feel like we got the same energy, so I identify with Spider-Man a lot.
So if you look at your career and the things you've been able to accomplish, and you see yourself right now being here at Comic-Con, being able to be on the panel and everything, tell me about some of the thoughts that go through your mind.
It's crazy because, like I said, these are like these industry professionals, and I'm like a YouTuber, content creator, and so it's really humbling, and it's very special for me to kind of be placed amongst these people that create things that I'm obsessed with. I'm like, I don't know why I'm here, but cool, I'll do the job, It's very special, and it's very humbling for me.
Well, you know what, Chris? How can you help a brother get his YouTube numbers up? I just want to know. How can you help a brother out?
You know what? I don't even know what I'm doing, man. It's a lot of luck. I always tell people to do the things that you love, because those are the things you're going to do the best. And those are the things, it'll resonate through to the audience watching. Like whenever I cover a topic or something that I really enjoy, it seems to do the best because it shows, So as long as you're doing what you love, you can only go up,
Awesome, and you helping me out with my views being on me right now.
Hey, man,
so that's
I got
cool.
you. We'll do some retweets. We'll do some shares, all that stuff.
Hey, great talking to you, Chris, and mad respect, my friend.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Once again, a huge shout out to Chris Villain. I was picking his brain. I was like, dude, how can I get my social media numbers up? You know, brother always want to hook up. I'm sorry. I mean, you got to shoot your shot. You never know if you're going to score or not. But big shout out to Chris Villain and his participation in this panel. All right, when we get back, we're going to end the show by talking to someone else who's in visual effects, a star of one of the cool shows on FX, and another costume designer. And I'm going to see if she can do something to make me look a little better. So we'll find out about that when we come back with more Tech Zone on Paul Amadeus Lane. We'll be right back after these messages.
In this world of technology, things are ever changing, rearranging. You need someone to help you out. I know someone who can. Come and take a journey with me as we go through the land of technology. You'll never be alone. You'll be with Paul Amadeus Lane in the Tech Zone.